This podcast is brought to you by SeatGeek. Our friends over at SeatGeek are giving us a promo code of TBA Wrestling. That is TBA Wrestling for $20 off your first purchase. Enjoy the show.
Welcome to Gunners Are Us, where we are positively Arsenal.
That we are.
I think we are.
I think we are.
I think.
I believe we are.
I believe.
I believe in a thing called Arteta.
Oh.
And we will get to that today because so much has happened since last week. We were in the Champions League. We then went on to... Actually, we did the Champions League last week, but we went on to the Man City game. It was a big week. At home at the Emirates. Yeah. So much to unpack as far as lineup, performance, caution, lack of caution, injury issues at Arsenal, and where do these things start from? Because it's rare for the media to actually pick up on the fact that we're struggling, and they're actually putting stuff out about our amount of forward injuries, particularly.
Yeah, they don't normally talk about it.
No, they usually kind of sweep it over to one side and be like, it's an excuse. Whereas this year, they're actually kind of saying, well, that's a bit rough. Yeah. It's nowhere near as rough as it was last year.
Oh, no, even with depth.
At this point.
Yeah.
So, we'll take it. We'll take any kind of help we can get in the media that maybe our performances aren't up to it.
Just so we're not going crazy, basically, because we'll talk about it to death. But, I mean, as long as they're talking about it as well, we're not nuts,
Exactly. And also we've got Port Vale tonight. We've got Newcastle away next week. Yeah. Then we've got the Champions League.
Yeah.
But I believe, and I'll double check this, I should have done it before the podcast, the next Champions League game is on the Wednesday.
Okay. Yeah.
So we should be doing a podcast before the next game. Because this could be a weird 3-gamer.
What, before the next one?
Between podcasts, but I think it is 2. But we'll double check that before.
Do you think they cram 3 in there?
Well, I'll double check that before we end the podcast. But you can follow us on iTunes and Spotify. Give us a 5-star review. Let your friends know about us. And also go over to TikTok. Gunners Are Us Podcast, where we do a pack opening.
Oh, yeah.
With the help of Peppercorn Sports Cards, our trading card company, with young Elton Prince. And we also do Arsenal news, I would say.
Yeah.
Kind of like new information, stats, things like that. Just a friendly push into having a discussion about Arsenal that usually invites trolls and sometimes invites Arsenal fans. But either way, it's TikTok.
It's a visual representation of light in the touch paper, would you say?
Well, I'd say this. If you have Jamie Carragher as your thumbnail on TikTok... We hit like 30,000 views every time. I don't know what it is about that guy.
I think we're in a weird world now with football where literally... when did this change? Just a quick one. Like, this wasn't planned or anything.
Let's go.
But when did football change to a point where pundits and commentators now kind of control...
The narrative.
The narrative, but also how you feel about certain things. Because I swear, growing up, we had the obvious commentators we had growing up. Like, we had, like, Andy Gray and... Martin Tyler. They would kind of just watch... It was very similar. I've said this recently. The only commentators I can put up with at the minute is TNT.
Which is ironic, because most people would say that is the only ones they can't put up with. Ali McCoist and Fletch.
Yeah. Like
a lot of people can't stand them.
Those guys, I could listen to them all day commentate on our games. I'd take that every week if they wanted to do it. Because it reminds me of the 90s. Yeah. It reminds me of the Andy Gray and the Martin Tyler days.
Yeah.
Where they would literally just watch the game.
It'd be very basic. Like, the commentary is very...
They're just saying what they're seeing.
They sound like fans.
Yeah.
Because Ali McCoist, I mean, unbelievable centre-forward. And he was in the era in which I was a youngster playing centre-forward.
Yeah.
I used to watch Ali McCoist and think, oh, God, he's really good.
Yeah.
But it is very... Andy Gray was also a big centre-forward.
Yeah.
With his mate that watches football.
Yeah.
And that's what this feels like. And it's very much like, if you're going to header it. Yeah. That's the kind of a level of tactician they are.
But I feel like they're not...
Albeit last week, by the way, Fletch had a bee in his bonnet that Ezra shouldn't be on the left.
Yeah.
And it just spent the whole game talking about it, even though he was popping up in positions like central.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he still would say, why is he on the left? It was like he's a waste on the left. And he played majority of his life on that left.
Yeah. But we all feel like he needs to be more central. Yeah. And he kind of proved that this week. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
But I mean... Yeah,
he just spent the whole game. It was so frustrating.
But I mean, Sky Sports commentators have gotten to a point where I don't want to hear the narrative anymore. Like they push it the way they want it to be, and I don't. It's not great.
It's harder. You should technically just turn the game off after the game as well.
Yeah, which is what I tend to do. I tend to just watch the game, and then once the final whistle goes, I watch them like walk around and shake a couple of hands and do a couple of waves, and then I'm off. I'm done. But yeah, TNT, those guys in particular, McCoist and Fletch, I can listen to them because there's an element of like they're just commentating on the game. They're not being negative unless it's necessary, unless they can see something that we're all seeing, which is something's not right. They'll say it. But other than that, they're going to big up the players. They're going to big up performances. They're going to big up like what certain players are doing well. They're going to point out what players are doing well.
Yeah.
But on the other end of the scale is like ITV and BBC. I can't listen to those guys. Because that, like you were saying, you were talking about basic commentary, where they're basically just saying, oh, just work harder. Terrestrial TV commentators are that. It's like just being in the pub with a load of guys watching football. And it is just those guys in the pub saying, work harder, run faster, shoot, shoot. Like, that's all terrestrial TV commentary is. Sky Sports, the other end, is just... I don't know. That's the thing I was bringing up in the conversation was, I don't know when football changed to a point where Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher are more of a talking point than the actual players now.
Yeah.
Whereas TNT sits nicely in the middle, and I could take that all day. And Ali McCoist is a prime example of someone who is quite relevant on social media in the same way Neville and Carragher are.
Yeah.
He's made himself relevant, but in a fun way. He's become just a fun guy that makes fun jokes. He'll sing along to AC/DC when it's playing at half-time. He's not getting involved in the controversial takes.
Yeah.
He's just having fun. We're just enjoying the Ali McCoist that we get these days.
Yeah.
But I just don't know when it turned a corner where the punditry and the commentary became... I guess social media changed it. I guess that's what's happened. Social media has become a thing.
Yeah.
And these guys are now... Like you said, you could put Jamie Carragher's face on it, and all of a sudden you get responses.
Yeah.
Not the players. The commentators are the ones bringing in
That's the issue. I think the main characters of football in the UK now are the pundits, then the refs, then the players.
Yeah.
Then the fans. And I think that's the big issue. Is I think when you look at like the Bundesliga and that, the stars are the players, but their co-stars are the fans.
Yeah.
You think about the crowds, you think of that across the board. Whereas in the UK, it feels like, the main characters are the pundits, and then the refs.
Yeah.
Then the players, and the fans are like last.
Yeah.
Then no one really worries about what the fans...
Unless you're Arsenal fans.
Well, yeah, no, but even, like, in a positive light, they just don't seem to worry too much about their enjoyment of the product.
No.
And that's the difference. And I think Cafu said it this week, where he talked about more Brazilians are going to the Premier League.
Yeah.
And he said the more that they go to the Premier League, the less likely we are going to win the World Cup.
Yeah.
And I think that was a bit of a detriment to the Premier League. He's trying to say that the Premier League's not good enough.
World football has a weird take on the Premier League.
And he kind of said they need to go to like Spain, where the football's much better and the competition's higher. The competition is nowhere near higher. The football's nowhere near as good.
No.
But there is a hype to it and a free-flowingness that, if the top Brazilian player like Martinelli went to Real Madrid or Barcelona...
Oh, yeah.
That maybe, but Brazil will be in better spot. But he said the reason being is because they get absolutely torn apart by the media over there because they won't stop talking.
Yeah.
That was his reasoning.
Yeah.
And I can't complain with that because we joke about it. And I think every country has it. I think Jokers actually did an interview on a barge this week for Sky Sports News.
Oh, yeah.
And
I need to find that.
He's a very funny guy. I really like that guy because they said, have you noticed the level of scrutiny is different here with the media? And he was like, not really. And he was like, in Portugal, they love football. Yeah. So they talk about football a lot. He said, but the only difference is when the game finishes, that's the end of the show.
Yeah, it's done.
He said, but in the UK, it's like we've said it before, there's 3 hours of chatting about and breaking it down. And then, then they become viral clips. So who's seeing these viral clips? The fans, the refs, the players.
And if you stick around and watch that end bit of conversation, you're probably going to feel way worse about the game than if you just turned it off.
Yeah, but the thing is, the worry, this is my issue the whole time, is, like I said, the people seeing those viral clips of people sat there doing that are refs and fans and players. Yeah. So you're now having a detriment effect on the players, the fans' opinions of what they just saw, and the refs are now going, do you know what, they're right about that. Maybe I should crack down on that, for example.
Everyone's listening.
And there's a circular problem, and I don't, that's the bit I don't like. But the media this way, I never actually, at the end of that game, I did actually kind of move on
Yeah.
And I didn't really look at anything. And I even didn't watch. I usually watch the Gary Neville podcast.
I just wanted to carry that feeling that I had. I was buzzing after the goal.
I tell you what, that game was. Yeah, and we'll get to this game in a second. It left me in a weird feeling. I didn't feel. It didn't feel like a winning goal, as it wasn't.
No.
But it didn't. It was exciting, but I didn't feel fulfilled.
No.
But I also didn't. I felt excited that it wasn't a loss.
Yeah. It was relief more than anything.
It was more relief, yeah, and I didn't have that feeling afterwards. And you sometimes, like last couple of years, and again, it's more late goals at the Emirates. The last few years, it's become like because I was thinking about it. I was like, Declan Rice has dealt with like that Man United game and all these. And there's the Bournemouth game, and there's all these mad games where right in the last second we run into that corner at the Emirates, and we're like, we've saved it, we've won.
We've experienced that feeling, yeah.
Loads. And I think about all the players getting to experience that. And I thought, I was actually thinking it during the game going, God, people like Gyökeres and Eze, they haven't felt that.
No.
And then it happened.
No.
And then it happened in the match.
Yeah.
And I thought, they get to feel it. Because they were both on the field and they were both involved. Like, Gyökeres wasn't involved, but he was involved in the celebration.
Yeah, Eze was QB1.
He was. And that was a nice part. But I kind of left it kind of feeling a little flat. Like, kind of, not how I would if we had lost. If we'd lost, I would have. And I must admit, I kind of came to terms with the loss before the game finished.
Yeah.
I was like, it's early in the season. We clearly were the better team.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
And I started to think, well, maybe this is, when you look around and the teams that win the league, like Liverpool and City, they tend to lose a couple of them.
Yeah.
But they just don't lose to lesser teams. Whereas what we've been doing the last 3 or 4 years under Arteta is we never lose those games.
No.
You win majority of them, we draw a lot of them.
Yeah.
But then we lose to Villa at home, or Brentford at home, or Sunderland at home, or something like that. And you think, that's what's going to cost us.
Yeah.
And I've learnt that now, that, do you know what, you can lose a couple of them, and you probably should extend yourself to try and win it, because a draw is 1 point.
Yeah.
Such a minimal amount of points.
Yeah.
The gap between a win and a draw is detrimental, like we saw last year with the 14 draws.
Yeah.
It can have a real bad effect, because if you lose 4 and draw 12,
yeah.
from 16, 19 games, you can get maximum of like 20 points.
Yeah. Yeah.
From half your games.
Yeah.
By drawing 14.
Yeah.
And losing, even if you lost 5 and drawed 14, you go, that's not bad. How many would you win? 19.
Yeah.
Okay. How many points did you get? Oh, you got like, I think it still works out like maybe 78.
Yeah. Sometimes it's worth following through.
Which is kind of what we did last year.
Sometimes it's worth following through with a bet. It's like putting a £5 bet on, cashing out for £1, but then the bet comes in and you miss it. Like, you might as well stick around sometimes. It's not worth taking that £1 out sometimes.
And that's what it felt like our transfer business in the summer was a lot of those draws last year could have been wins if we just had a bit more threat coming off the bench.
Yeah.
Whereas instead, obviously we were working from underneath all last year, where we didn't even have our first choice 3.
Yeah.
And then we couldn't change it to anything.
Yeah.
So we're really struggling. And that's why a lot of those games, because we're so good defensively, we could win, we could draw 0-0 or 1-1.
Yeah.
But what we couldn't do is go and then take the game away from teams. And I think sometimes Arteta, it's a mixture of being cautious. I know there's the joke online from Paddy Power that Bruno really likes, which is that Arteta puts his high vis on to take his bins out.
Yeah.
And I do see that, and I definitely think he does do that.
Yeah.
I definitely think he is cautious. But I think a lot of it has been made in the last year, where he went, all right, I don't have even 80% of my first team in. I'm against Chelsea.
Yeah.
I'm going to draw.
Yeah.
And I don't think he goes in going, let's draw today.
Yeah.
But he goes in going, do not concede.
Yeah.
And if we score, we score. But do not lose the game.
Yeah. Because if you stay solid and you don't concede, you're halfway there.
Yeah. But he was doing that because he didn't have the players. Whereas now we have the players.
Yeah.
Already the depth is getting shrunk week by week. But I think his mentality is always like, when he went against Man City, same with the Liverpool game. I do feel with his lineup, he's saying to the team, don't lose.
Yeah.
Not go win.
No.
He's saying don't lose. And I think that difference basically forces you to draw.
Yeah.
Because the Liverpool game should have been a 0-0 draw. It was just a bit of magic.
Yeah.
That game the other day against City, we were clearly the team that should have won.
Yeah.
But if we had just started the way we did the second half, we probably win that 2 or 3-1.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not often you go into a game odds on favourites against Man City.
No, and then you back it up.
Yeah.
And I think that stems from, like I said, the lack of quality in depth last year. Where he was kind of just drawing a lot of games because he just didn't want to lose, which is understandable. But he also physically couldn't go extend himself to win those games last year because we've talked about it. We were playing Moreno, Tierney and Nwaneri up front.
Yeah, yeah.
And then at 70 minutes, at 1-1 against, God knows, West Ham.
Yeah.
They go win the game. He looks at his bench and he goes, could put Zinchenko up front.
Yeah. Yeah,
that was genuinely a change we made last year.
Yeah.
On a couple of occasions was Zinchenko came on for Moreno to go up front.
Yeah, yeah.
That was the change.
Yeah.
And that is... It's very tough for any team in the league.
Yeah.
If any team in the league were given that front three for a lot of the season, and then said, yeah, Zinchenko come off the bench and go up front, figure out any other manager that could make that turn out into be a second place finish. It's really impressive, but the problem is I think it's had a detrimental effect on the way in which he approaches games.
Yeah.
Because now, like, you can see it. He's going, I look at my bench, and he goes, Dowman, Waneri, Lewis Skelly, there's Eze. That's brilliant. Saka's available now. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, we've got a great looking bench. So who do you want to start against Man City? You're clearly better than them now. I think I'll go Moreno. Okay. So, but did you see Waneri and Eze and Saka and that on the bench, yeah? Yeah, I think I'm going to go Moreno.
Yeah.
And you go...
His theory's fine, though, because Moreno has been in form. The theory behind it is okay.
I agree. I just think it's... And again, he's a very good manager. To a point where I think people don't realise how good a manager
he's almost too good.
Yeah, he's an unbelievable manager. I played for Reading when I was 8.
Yeah.
So my opinion here is a little tough.
Yeah.
Because it's not really held in any kind of... The quality assessment probably wouldn't do a good job on my opinion.
Yeah, but you're closer to it than I am.
Maybe. I don't know, but it just feels...
You have football brain.
I have a relative football brain, but Arteta... me talking to Sam Allardyce, I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
Sam Allardyce talking to Arteta, and this is no harsh on... I love Big Sam, but tactically, probably slightly different in mentalities, different styles.
Yeah.
But also, how many managers have gone into poison chalice clubs? Amarin, Ten Hag, these are all Man United managers. David Moyes, and literally Van Gaal. The other lad that told him they needed open heart surgery. What was that guy? The German lad. Was he German? Austrian? I don't know. I can't remember that guy's name, but Ralph Radnick.
That's it.
Those guys, they're top managers. And they go into a poison chalice and they go figure it out.
Yeah.
And in a top club like Arsenal, Liverpool, Man United, these teams that are a bit poison chalicey, the crowd expect titles.
Yeah.
The squad expect mid-table.
Yeah.
And then the higher-ups go, figure it out as quick as you can or you're getting sacked.
Yeah.
That takes another level of quality management because it's not just tactical. You got to go... it's like playing a game. You got to unlock different XP. Arteta, for example, came in and went, the state of this. And then looked at it and went, all right, big players on big wages, underperforming big players on big wages, young players that aren't getting enough time, and I've probably got a year before they're going to sack me. So he went, all right, I'm going to play completely different style, and I'm going to win the FA Cup.
Yeah.
He goes and does that. Buys himself a year or so because it's good faith. He wins the Community Shield just to back it up to make everyone go, do you know what? He might be the guy. The next couple of years, he comes 8th.
Yeah.
And you can see every summer he's trying to get rid of... We talked about King Deadwood III.
Yeah.
Cedric.
Yeah.
There was Deadwood. And he was trying to slowly bring in new... And he brought in... There was people that were stopgaps. People like Ramsdale. They lasted a year. Zinchenko is pretty much a year of good quality. Jesus. There was players that got us over the line and then we had to rotate them. And you went, oh, no, I thought we'd found the formula. Yeah. And he was going, no, that was just a stepping stone to this next formula. And then the last year, I feel like he found that... Even though that was... I think 2 years ago was our best year.
Yeah.
He kind of... I think he's gone... No, right now, and I think we all agree when we saw the squad picture... That's as good a squad as I've seen in world football.
Yeah.
There is every single player is a starter.
Yeah.
And I think now it's him going, yeah, cool, I've got the squad. It's taken him 6 years.
Oh, yeah, we're just there now.
But over that time, he has to do these little things, like things he doesn't want to do, or things you just buy you more time. Move certain players that might be a little bit of a disease in the locker room. That level of management to tactically get it all right, but then also personally get it all right. Then boardroom get it all right.
Yeah.
Think how many changes we had in the upper... Literally this week we had Richard Garlick's now our head of football. Vinay went to Spurs. Edu's gone to Forest.
Yeah.
This week we literally just had a huge uproar. Josh Kroenke's brought in a film director to be a part of the board. It's very strange. And Arteta's having to navigate that and new relationships.
Whilst carrying the load as an ex-captain of this massive club. Yeah.
That's a level of manager
as a first-time manager.
That there's managers like Tony Pulis. I know that's a gag, but Sam Allardyce, David Moyes. There's players Emery.
Yeah,
that almost tried this type of stuff at top clubs and going, can't do it. This is his first chance. So this guy's a very good manager, but it doesn't mean he doesn't have his flaws. And I think sometimes top managers like Wenger, like Mourinho, like Klopp, like Slot, like Pep, some people call it galaxy brain, some people just call it stubbornness. Sometimes it is as clear as a novice eating a pie on a bench going, you could just change that and that will change everything. Yeah. And they go, no, it's not that simple. It can't be that simple because football's too hard.
Yeah.
But I think it's just totally down to a level of confidence.
Yeah.
And going away to Liverpool, I understood the Moreno. And again, there's all these other things up in the air, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Odegaard wasn't available. Like, if Odegaard was available for Liverpool away and City at home, does Moreno start over Odegaard?
No.
No. And so, therefore, these conversations don't exist.
Yeah.
But what was annoying was he had opportunity to play Waneri, he's trusted him in that position a few times already. He had the opportunity to play the new big money signing that he knows the crowd are in love with.
Yeah.
And the players in love with the club.
Yeah.
And he went, no, I'm going to go with the informed guy. And that's his excuse. That's his way of, and you saw it in his press conference this week, where, which was very funny, but he said, our goalie's the most progressive goalie in the league. Literally, if you could rank the most attacking keepers, which is a bizarre thing to say.
Yeah.
Raya's top.
Yeah.
He said, our fullbacks speak for themselves. They both scored goals already this season. Our centre-back, one of them is the most prolific centre-back in Premier League probably the last 20 years.
Yeah.
And he said, the holding midfielder has scored 2 goals in the last 2 weeks. The guy we're playing right 8, Moreno, is a number 9, he said.
Yeah.
And he's scoring goals for fun at international level and at our level. And he was number 9 last year. He said, tell me another team in the league that are playing their number 9 in midfield and then getting told they're defensive.
Yeah.
But the thing is, that's an excuse.
Yeah, and he's not a real number 9.
He knows what he's saying with his words. And then right at the end when they said good luck, and he said, oh, hopefully I'll take the handbrake off against Port Vale. So it's obviously bothering him. But and again, for me, at the weekend, like people were saying, oh, Saka should have started. And no, Madueke should have started.
Yeah.
Madueke starting, perfect. Gyökeres starting, perfect. Trossard on the left, I think we all kind of felt Martinelli should have started. But late on in a game, I think I'd rather Martinelli coming off the bench than Trossard. Yeah, and it twice in 1 week.
Yeah.
So I was kind of going, I don't mind Trossard. But it was that next bit, Rice and Zubimendi, great. Back four, great. Yeah. Goalie, great. It was just that one position. And like I said, if everyone was fit, obviously Saka starts on the right and Odegaard in the middle. Yeah. But they couldn't do Saka. But if Odegaard was fit, Odegaard starts.
100%. And we've seen it before when we've had that full team available, and he never goes safe when it's available.
Exactly. And I think the reason Eze didn't start on the left was he didn't have a good game in the week. Yeah. So I can kind of see where his head was at. There was just that one thing where he could have gone, we're at home, we're finally better than City. Eze, you're starting number 10. Well. And sometimes we think things like that are like not real existing things, but he brought him on literally at half time to play that position over Moreno. Yeah. So he knew that was available and he knew he had to do it eventually. Yeah. So when you think of it that way, you just think to yourself, what is... It's clearly there. Like that's the only change I would have made. Yeah. But I do think it would have had a massive change on the game.
Oh, it would have been huge. Yeah.
And again, the other way he's looking at it is going, yeah, but I play that. Because he's kind of making a run for his own back. Because he's saying he's gone attacking. Yeah. But at half-time, why did he bring a player on for him?
Yeah. Yeah, there was clearly a change there.
Yeah, we were losing, and he took that player he said is really attacking off for another player. Yeah. That we all know is more attacking. Yeah. So you can't really say it's attacking. So therefore, everyone's going, it's cautious. And he's going, no, it's not cautious. I've gone over-attacking. Yeah. But that change at half-time wasn't defensive, was it? It was attacking.
No, yeah, you could...
So you knew you had a better attacker on the bench. Yeah. Because you brought him on at half-time.
Yeah. And you could see the way we were set up in that first half before and after Haaland scored. We were set up to basically keep it at 0-0 as long as possible. That was clearly our plan, was to keep it 0-0 as long as possible and then obviously go for it a little bit towards the end. Yeah. But obviously they threw us off with the Haaland goal. And for him to have to make that change at half-time shows...
what his head was. And that's what I mean. It showed what his real intention was, oh, yeah, I need to get a goal. Yeah. Oh, but if you need a goal, keep Moreno on, because you said he was attacking.
Yeah. Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And the Saka one was enforced. Obviously, we'll get into that. Madueke has picked up a knee injury. There was horrible rumours coming out there was ACL. I didn't even see this happen.
No.
It happened after about 12 minutes.
Yeah.
He played the rest of the half. He did a load of take-ons.
Yeah.
He wasn't obviously in that much discomfort, but it did make you think of Timber. The rumour was ACL. The scan has now showed he's out for 2 months. The official report is he's out for 2 months.
2 months.
So,
wow.
When you think about that, he'll be back in, what is it now? Mid to late September.
Yeah.
So, start of December, he'll be back.
Oof.
We have 2 internationals in there, though.
Yeah.
Between then and now.
So there's a bit more time.
That takes up 2 weeks of football.
Buy some
so
time.
he's away for 6 weeks of Premier League action. It's a lot, but luckily, Saka is back.
Yeah.
Dowman will get minutes.
It's scary, isn't it?
Yeah, but we got lucky there. That's the worrying part. And there's a stat that Sky Sports put out, which was Arsenal have lost a minimum of 1 player per Premier League game. Man United, Havertz comes on for the last 12 minutes.
Yeah.
He does a knee injury. He's out for 3 months with a knee surgery. Game 2 was Leeds.
Yeah.
We went 5-0, but we lose Saka to a hamstring and Odegaard to a shoulder.
Yeah.
The next game was Liverpool away. Who was it that game? Saliba goes out early. He misses the next 3 games in all comps.
Yeah.
Early on in the game. The next game was Nottingham Forest. We lost. Who did we lose last week? Odegaard again.
Oh my god, yeah.
Because he finally came back.
His shoulder was.
He went again.
Yeah.
And then we played City at home, and we lose Madueke for 2 months knee surgery.
What is up with that?
So far this season, in amongst all that as well, Norgard has missed the first 5 games through injury. Hikapi came on for the last 10 minutes last week against Athletic Club. He is now out with a groin injury. He didn't make the bench this weekend. Ben White, who was out all last season, played all of pre-season because Timber had to have, by the way, an ankle surgery in the summer because he played too much football. So Ben White does the whole pre-season and you think, oh, do you know what? He's gone back to Ben White.
Yeah.
It's actually Ben White's his first choice.
Yeah.
Season starts, Ben White's not available because he's injured. He's making the bench. Now he's not making the bench. He's injured again. So when you look at it that way, you start thinking, what is happening? If you remember the start of the season, Trossard wasn't available as well because he had a groin injury that he got in pre-season. And you start to think some of these are Madueke's one, Odegaard's one, Havertz's one. These aren't anything to do with Arsenal. These are just accidents. They're freak things. A knock on the knee. That's football.
It happens, yeah.
The hamstrings, the groins, these things, you've got to start questioning, I know people hate this, but is it a training pitch? Is it a style of training? Is it too much training?
Yeah, they're working too hard.
Is the load too high? Is it not rotating enough? Is it too much rotation?
Yeah.
There's so many things that could go into it. I have obviously no clue what it is, but it's not, when it's happening that frequently, and it happened all last season, and this was the point, was this time last season, we did lose Saka, and we did lose Odegaard, and we did lose Moreno, and we lost all these players, and we couldn't replace them.
No.
Whereas this year, for example, next week against Newcastle, we've had a lot of injuries, right?
Yeah.
We can start next week. Martinelli, Gyökeres, Saka up front.
Which felt like what we were starting with.
We could
originally
have Eze, Rice, and Zubimendi behind, and a full fit back four.
It's fine.
And Rare.
Who's going to get injured though? That's the problem.
No, but then when he has to make a change there, who can come on? He's got Waneri, he's got Dowman, he's got Lewis Skelly.
Yeah.
All 18 or lower.
Yeah.
He's got Trossard.
Yep. Norgard.
He has Norgard, and then he has defenders. So already, you think if we're at Newcastle and we have to change that game, we're relying on 18-year-olds or under.
Yeah.
Or
defensive players.
Trossard.
Yeah, and defensive players.
Yeah. So it shows you instantly we're starting to get into that bit where you go, oh my God. Whereas when Jesus is going to become fit, and Madueke is back fit, and Havertz is back fit, all of a sudden when you want to change a game, you can change a game.
Well, the only plus...
Odegaard as well, because obviously if Odegaard's starting,
and
let's say Eze's on the left, you have Martinelli, Trossard, and all these players.
The only plus of this depth, because you're kind of relying on this can't continue. Like, you can't go into every week thinking we're going to lose someone. This has to be it now for a bit. Touch wood. I mean...
Well, last season it just never stopped.
But, I mean, at least when you got depth...
We only got to the bit where it gets really hard and people get injured.
Yeah, we were early. Like, it's just started. The only plus of the depth is when you do scrape off that top layer of players because we lose them, that second layer's fine.
Yeah.
But the third layer gets dicey.
Yeah.
So you're hoping that first layer gets stripped off, the second layer is fine, but we're there now. Like,
yeah, and then the first layer comes back.
It's almost like a safety net. It's like, we've used the safety net now. Like it's been used.
Yeah, that now we're just worried because like we're in the safety net going. Look, let's hope that don't rip.
Yeah.
And we've got games. For example, tonight against Port Vale, and we're jumping all over the place. We haven't really covered the City game yet, but with Port Vale tonight, usually this is the game where you see a lot of players you don't really know.
Yeah.
But with us, the bench might have some youth players on there tonight.
Yeah.
But realistically,
the starting's fine.
Players like Gyökeres, Rice,
Yeah.
maybe one of the centre backs. Because if Hakapi's not fit, and White's not fit,
Yeah.
Timber's gonna have to play.
Yeah.
And Lewis Skelly or Calafiori's gonna have to play.
Yeah.
One of them's going to play centre back with Mosquera.
And Timber's one of those players that I do worry about because of the work he puts in.
Yeah, and the sheer volume of matches he plays.
He has to have an understudy.
And so when you look at that, you think, oh my god, there's a lot of our first team are going to play.
Yeah.
And then when you looked at Liverpool last night, no Salah, but Isaac's there.
Yeah.
There's a couple others.
Yeah.
And you think, oh, okay, like
the defence looked a bit ropey.
It did, and the thing with Liverpool is ironically they won the Carabao Cup, but they really don't take it serious. They really do rotate to a point where you go, I don't know these players.
It's the Wenger way.
Whereas Arteta last year actively kind of played our first team in the Carabao Cup because he tried to win it. We ended up getting absolutely demolished in the semis by Newcastle.
Yeah.
So it's going to be an interesting one. The Port Vale one tonight, I think we'll go back to City and we'll kind of just finish because the Port Vale one there's not much to talk about.
No.
But it's not a danger tie. I'd say the biggest fear of it all is the pitch.
Yeah.
And people like Saka maybe having to play.
Yeah.
People coming off of injury and then playing on a pitch that maybe is not up to top level.
Which is mad because the amount of football fans that would hear that.
Yeah.
And kind of say like...
I'm just thinking when you're slightly uneven and you're extending yourself or the pitch falls away.
Yeah.
Like the grass pulls away a little bit. And it could be wet tonight.
And there is a difference. Like there's no slight on Port Vale. But there is a difference between Premier League footballers and a Port Vale player. It's no different to having a high-end sports car that has the premium tyres on that need the specific tread and to fit the track, as opposed to like you've got your like mid-range car down here that has the tyres that match the road it's on. It's no different to. I'll use an example. Our track here, where we live. Yeah. Trying to drive my Duster down there.
Fine.
It's fine. You bring Bruno's car down there.
Shout on Bruno.
You bring Bruno's car
down there. He's got a lowered BMW.
He loses his tyres, the bottom of his car drops out.
He'll joke because he's actually been totally fine with that and we've lost all our tyres.
But the risk... it's also repetitiveness as well.
Yeah.
So if
he's listening to this, he's absolutely screaming into the stuff.
But if the Port Vale player is my car or your car on that track and they're going on that same track week in, week out... They're kind of used to it. Eventually, something's going to go wrong, but they're used to it. I
don't think their bodies are so much used to it. It's more just the run of the ball, things like that.
Yeah.
And like that's the things you have to take into consideration is when that ball moves differently, you extend yourself to try and get it. So like for example, you miscontrol it, you extend your leg, you do stuff. When the grass falls away, when you're kind of accelerating, that's when you pull an injury.
Yeah. As you found out this week with the sleep.
I dislocated my knee this week, But I'll say this: the difference is we joke about like in wrestling. I know Kevin Owens is out with injury. Kevin Owens don't really get injured.
No,
he's kind of a fat guy.
Wrestling build is different to what you think it should be. Yeah,
Kevin Owens perfectly fine. Batista.
Yeah.
Here's a tricep. Here's a bicep. Here's a quad. Here's a knee. When you're built a certain way, sometimes you're on the edge. You're working at the top level, but you're on the edge of injury at all time because you're being pushed to that point.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why they have that extra inch when they get past you.
Yeah.
It's because they're sprinting that little bit more.
Yeah.
And extending every ligament or whatever. But those are the little things we've got to look out for tonight as far as like just not getting injuries. I think tonight is about just doing a job. I know a lot of people are going, I want to win 6-0. Some people are like, I just don't lose because that could be really bad. And it could. Look what Man United did with Grimsby. It can happen. Chelsea were 1-0 down last night.
Yeah.
Going away to these places is tough.
Yeah.
We need to do a professional job and we need to come away with no injuries. Unscathed. That is the huge part tonight. And we do need, we've talked about the need for a trophy this season. So something like the Carabao Cup, we can't just dismiss.
No.
Or take it not serious.
We keep hold of all the trophies while we can.
We need to take everything serious, and we have the squad to do that. We are the team that has the squad to do that.
Yeah.
This year.
Yeah.
More than anyone, so there's no excuse on that. But going back to that City game, obviously we had the Madueke injury. We were all a bit disappointed with the Moreno, and a lot of people were disappointed with they wanted Eze in there and Saka, and there was a lot of things. Madueke's in form.
Yeah.
there was no real other changes you could do. I think the only one we could have done was Waneri or Eze for Moreno.
Yeah.
I think if Arteta did do that, I genuinely think he would have put Moreno on the left and Rice would have been benched for Eze.
Yeah.
And maybe Moreno stays on the right 8, but Eze is the left 8, but he's the attacking one.
Yeah.
I think that's what he might have done. But, Haaland gets away. And again, if you go in cautious, sometimes bad things still happen.
Yeah, they do, yeah.
And that is like, if we'd started the game with the team that we started the second half with, do we concede that goal? Maybe.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's just a freaky performance.
But if you're going to be that cautious, in my opinion, that stuff can't happen. And I think ironically, our two best players potentially over the last couple of years is Saliba and Gabriel. That partnership's unbelievable. I think they both make mistakes in the goal. Yeah. I think Gabriel goes way too high to follow Haaland.
Which he's done numerous times.
And I know that's his point of these games, is he follows Haaland, he keeps him gobbled up, and he did the whole game other than that moment, really. Yeah. There was one in the second half where Haaland got through, but that was late in the day where Eze, I think he was the one chasing him, he then hits it against Rice, it nearly goes in.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a different situation. But early in the game, I think he's trying to get tight on him to let him know, I'm not going anywhere without you.
Yeah.
And Haaland's just too smart for it, lays it off, gets away, and then makes a sprint that made Gabriel look like he's running in mud.
It did. It made the defence look slow.
Speed of Haaland. And then Reinders takes the ball and runs. And so Gabriel's made the mistake to put Saliba in a bad situation. As he's running Reinders, you can tell the only thing he wants to do is play it to Haaland on his right.
Yeah.
And Saliba's running in front, like sideways. He knows Haaland's behind him. Yeah. But he's like 6 to 10 feet away from Haaland.
Yeah.
He's then got, I think it was Timber next to him.
Yeah.
Who was like within 2-3 feet.
Yeah.
Who had Doku.
Yeah.
So he didn't need to. I know he was worried about Rangers just running towards goal.
Yeah.
But I think he had to step back a few yards.
Yeah.
So therefore, the worst case scenario is he's pinching Rangers into having to shoot or make an awkward pass.
Yeah.
And then when he does start to wind up to shoot, you could then kind of attack the ball.
Yeah.
And I think he just left too much space. And I think when you've got Haaland, I think you just take the gamble and go, I'm going to run with Haaland.
Yeah.
And if you shoot, you shoot.
Yeah. I'd rather Reinders hits from range.
From 18 yards than Haaland inside the box.
But the minute Haaland starts making that diagonal run slightly away, you know something's happening. Yeah. Like, immediately he starts pulling to the side.
So I truly believe it was a bit of a Gabriel is the bigger mistake.
He left a hole,
But I think Saliba could have made a slightly better choice. But I mean, those two have made a lot of good choices. So I'm not going to hold it on them. But I do think they'll be a little bit disappointed when they see that.
Yeah.
Then, overall, at that point, I didn't really feel like nervous. No. I just kind of went, meh. But I knew, this is the frustration, is as a fan, I think we all felt it. We weren't really going to go anywhere.
You couldn't see where the goal was coming from.
The game was, could we win a corner?
Yeah.
And the only way to do that is, can we filter the ball to Madueke and see if he sorts it out for us?
Yeah.
And the problem was, what was happening was Madueke was absolutely destroying his fullback.
Yeah.
Pulling it to the edge of the box, where Mr. Number 9 was not there.
Yeah.
No one was there.
Yeah.
The fullback was trying to speed up. Calafiori was trying to get to it to get on the edge of the box.
There was no backup.
There was no one there. And you're just sitting there going, okay, so we're not being cautious, but there's no midfielders crushing the box. And the whole game plan is give the ball to Madueke.
Yeah.
So you'd think once he's there on the edge of the box and running in, I'm a midfielder, even if I'm a defensive midfielder, I'm edging to the top of that box because he's pulling that back.
Well, you see the gap in front of you. Just get into the gap and the ball will end up there.
So it just shows you, and it's whether, I don't think the manager's saying be cautious, but I think that decision to play him, they're all looking around going, oh, okay, he doesn't want us to lose this.
Yeah.
Even no matter what anyone thinks, that's what the player. That's the message he's sending.
Oh, even if they have the urge to go and attack it, in the back of their head, they're saying we can't.
But I don't want to be the guy who gives away a goal and then he takes me off.
Yeah, the players become nervous because the whole game plan is nervous and the manager's nervous. Like everyone gets a bit nervous.
Yeah. And I think the decision to start Trossard was a bit odd. Yeah. I'm actually someone who really likes Trossard.
Oh, a big player.
I think he's a really good player and he does certain things in that game where he cuts in and he goes like crossfield pass to Madueke.
Yeah.
It really opens the game up.
Yeah.
And if we had Martinelli on, for example, he really does head away from goal.
Yeah.
So I don't know who I would rather have started. I think in my head I would have started Eze. Yeah. And the midfield would have been the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
In hindsight, I think Eze should have been where Moreno was and maybe Trossard or Martinelli.
Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah. In hindsight, yeah.
But it did feel that way. And then at half-time, he makes the change. We don't know Madueke's injured, but because I felt bad for Madueke. I was like, why is he taking Madueke off?
It felt bizarre, yeah, because I didn't know about the injury at the time.
Yeah, no, and I
he
in my head,
so well.
exactly, I was thinking, take Trossard over, push Madueke to the left.
Yeah.
I know he's not as good, but he didn't deserve to come off. But obviously injuries. Obviously,
I'm glad he made a change at halftime though, because you could clearly see in the first half we were still playing like I said it.
We had the ball the whole half.
I think I said the message to Dad. I said we're playing like it's 0-0.
Yeah.
Which I know sometimes managers use that as a G up. Like, it's still 0-0, go again. But they were playing
when
like...
When you're losing, you can't do
But
that.
they weren't going again. They were playing like it was 0-0 and we're trying to play for a 0-0.
Yeah.
And luckily at half-time, which Arsenal is not a club that does this, ever, he made the move.
Yeah,
which was a relief.
I said it when we were sat there watching it, I said, we have to make a change.
You usually have to wait till the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, my change was just Eze for Moreno. In all fairness, that's what Arteta did. Because that was the actual not enforced. That was him deciding. Yeah. The Saka one was enforced.
Yeah.
And he wasn't going to bring Downman on, even though he knew Saka didn't have much. He probably looked at Saka and said, do you have a half?
Yeah.
And Saka's like, yeah.
Yeah, of course do.
It's a big risk, but he took it. And again, the minute Saka came on, Madueke's been unbelievable. They're very different.
Yeah.
But the first touch he did, and then he kind of like held a couple players off and then brought a couple players in, I thought, oh, we've missed that balance.
Oh, it's chess.
Like, in a perfect world, you'd have Madueke on one side and Saka on the other.
It's chess and checkers, Madueke.
Yeah.
Saka, yeah.
But unfortunately, they both play in the same position.
Yeah.
In their best.
Yeah.
But really, if they were both playing, you have the guy... Because Madueke is essentially Martinelli. But he's trickier and a bit more...
He's got a bit more about
He gets in the box. Madueke nearly gets in the box and beats his man 90% of the time.
We haven't had a player that's that oddly threatening, and this is going to sound funny because you made this point, since Pepe.
I'll die on the hill that if Pepe was playing in this team, people would think he's our best player.
But Pepe was that player.
Yeah.
But I think the price tag and people not really knowing about him put too much pressure on him. And he was getting numbers. He was doing the same thing Madueke is doing now. But we're not a club that ever has that player. We don't have that player. We never have that player that... Like, Saka, in my head, is one of the best players in the world. Madueke, I enjoy watching. So it is such a hard thing to pick, where you've got Saka, who you know is just quality, but we have a player in Madueke that does stuff... Like you said, he's similar to Martinelli. He's a wild card player. But he does more than Martinelli. Even though obviously Martinelli scored, it's different. But Madueke does far more than Martinelli in the sense that when he gets the ball, something's going to happen. He's going to cause chaos. Even if he's chasing a long ball over the top towards goal, he's going to get to it. He's one of those players that you can just rely on. He's a wide receiver. Like,
I totally agree. That's what I mean. Like, I really wish... I think in a perfect world, Madueke would be our left winger starter. Saka would be our right winger starter. Gyökeres would be our forward.
Yeah.
But Martinelli is an option off the left.
Yeah. I like Martinelli as an impact player. Yeah.
Or even Martinelli off the right behind Saka. I know that everyone's kind of playing in the wrong position here.
Yeah.
But Martinelli being Saka's understudy and Trossard being Madueke's understudy.
I like Martinelli.
And then Havertz being with Gyökeres. Like, not as an understudy, but a pair.
Yeah.
That's how I would have them. Because I think that balance of Madueke, how tricky Madueke is.
Yeah.
Because when Saka came on, it was different. Like, when Madueke gets the ball, his intention is, I'm going to run forward, I'm going to get in the box, and I'm going to pull it back.
Yeah.
Without fail, that's what he's doing. Saka does that every now and then.
Yeah.
But he's also looking to come inside.
Smart.
He also holds the ball off, brings two players over to him, and then knocks it in field.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, the Odegaard or Eze, whoever's there, has a load of space.
Yeah.
He's just such a good football player. So, they're so different. I really wish the left side was a threat, and then the right side was intelligent.
Yeah.
That's how I'd have it. To give you an idea, by the way, Pepe, at Arsenal, he played 112 games in all comps. He scored 27 goals and got 21 assists.
That's mad.
So that is 48 things in 112 games. So one every 1.1 game.
Yeah, it's almost half the games.
Yeah, no, so one every 2 games.
Yeah,
he had a thing. I was like a Luque there. Was that a Luque? Was that the woman player that does the commentary? And they said the stat, and then she said, "Yeah, he scores like every other game." And it literally said underneath, he did. I did that, but that stats. You know, if Florian Wirtz gets to 117 games and he has those stats, people will be raving about it.
Well, they're already raving about him. He hasn't done anything.
I don't know if anyone's raving about that guy, but so that's how I would do it. He makes the change, gives a great gif of him having to hold Eze and Saka by the head. Great stuff. And then he gets, and this is the part that I want people to understand, is he did get more and more aggressive.
Yeah.
He did what Wenger did. He's starting to take off centre-backs for forwards.
He's pushing.
By the end, we had so many forwards on.
Yeah.
It felt like we were doing around the game was oddly reminiscent to us playing Man City at the Etihad last year.
Yeah.
Where we were defending a 2-1 and we were parking the bus. Difference is we played 55 minutes with 10 men. City, it felt like had 10 men.
They were playing like they had 10 men, yeah.
They took off Haaland.
Yeah, which is bizarre.
Really deep. And then weirdly, the goal comes from them pushing up at a really weird time.
Really odd.
And then their goalie coming out. They were kind of defensively perfect and then they just were stupid.
Yeah.
It was very strange. Because I was worried about the threat the other end with Haaland.
Yeah.
Once they took him off, I went, oh my God,
there's nothing.
This is us for the taking. If we want to draw this, we can.
Yeah.
The only thing I thought was interesting was last year, if you remember, Pep couldn't figure out what to do. And he ended up bringing Foden on for, I think, Diaz.
Yeah.
Because if you remember, and it happened with us, when the team's that deep, who has the ball the most? Saliba or Gabriel?
Yeah.
Because you keep rotating it.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
And he took him off and he put Foden as centre-back.
Yeah.
Because he knew we weren't attacking because we had 10 men. We knew City weren't attacking because they just took all the players.
He wanted a playmaker in that position.
Yeah, because I'd rather have someone better on the ball who's going to be touching the ball that often.
Yeah.
And I thought that was something we should have done. I thought when Eri came on for maybe Timber.
Yeah.
I thought, and that's a similar change.
Yeah.
But I think I would have brought on maybe another, more creative player basically than a centre back. Just who could be just smarter with the ball, or another forward, and then you drop Zubamendi into centre back.
Yeah.
So therefore, Zubamendi's constantly got the ball.
Yeah.
Because he's got good passing range.
Yeah.
That's what I would have done. But either way, Eze finds the pass. And unbelievable. It didn't even feel real when it happened.
No.
Like, I thought it was a deflection or an own goal, or it was offside, or it was a clearance, and it was going wide.
It was far too straightforward.
I didn't understand it. Eze just hits over the top, and you see the run a mile away. And people laughing at Gyökeres' positioning. His positioning is what causes it, because the City players are all staring at Gyökeres, thinking, he's off, we're fine.
And that might have been also what was pushing them up, because they didn't want to hold him on.
So
the longer he's walking back from that position, they don't want to drop back, because they're going to play him on, and now you've got Martinelli and Gyökeres ready to run.
Yeah.
They wanted to keep him offside, so they were pushing up, which caused Martinelli to then trick play it.
Yeah, and I think they didn't realise how many runners we had on, because obviously at this point we had Saka, Martinelli. Was Trossard still on? Eze?
Yeah.
Gyökeres? There was a lot going on.
It's like we were setting up for a Hail Mary play, and the defence hadn't figured out what
they were
doing.
blitzing, and we were doing Hail Mary, and all of a sudden
so
there was
it
all
just
these
went
runners.
like this.
There was runners everywhere, and it was really smart, and the finish is just unbelievable. It's a really good finish. We've got pelters because we didn't go get the ball. We did. Some of the players went and got the ball. They got shoved in the goal.
Yeah.
We celebrate in the crowd because I think that's a natural reaction to score that
Big
late.
moment, yeah.
And then if you see Calafiori and a few of the others start smacking them and going, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go restart the game.
Yeah.
Then we nearly concede. So there's also a reason why you don't do that, because then they're going to come out.
Yeah.
Then everyone was angry because Arteta took a player off to bring Mascara on. Well, no, because the last player of the game was essentially going to be a free kick to them. So he wants a better centre back on.
Yeah. Yeah.
It made sense.
100%.
That stuff. We were talking about in a week the hypocrisy of the media that we called out at the start of the season. Is hilarious simply because you can, that music went, I think it's Always Sunny.
Yeah.
They kind of make fun of clown music.
Yeah, yeah.
You could play the punditry after a few of our games in a row.
Yeah.
And if no one's watched football and go, what?
Yeah, yeah.
They would go, I don't understand what they're doing here.
Yeah.
We play Man United and we are not at the races. And as an Arsenal fan, we win and we go, that wasn't good. But we've spent years of listening to the punditry say, possession doesn't win you games.
Yeah.
And all we ever hear when we lose those games, that you know how Man United were really good,
Yeah.
but they lost.
Yeah.
Do you know how many games we've lost like that?
Yeah. We'd always outplay Man United and they beat us.
Yeah, and do you know what they'd say afterwards? Possession don't win you games. Big teams win when they're bad.
Yeah, yeah.
So we beat Man United and we go, oh, here we go. Big teams win when they're bad.
Yeah.
They can't win a league like that. That wasn't good enough. Man United are quality.
Yeah.
They had all the possession,
Yeah.
but no talk of, but they won the game.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I see. That doesn't work for us. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Beat Leeds. It's fine to beat Leeds 5-0. You have got to turn up in the big games. So then we have to go to Anfield. Horrible game.
Yeah.
Missing our captain, missing our best player, missing our centre forward, missing now our centre back after 6 minutes.
Yeah.
They've got to grab the ball by the horns here.
Yeah.
They should be on the offence. We're against the champions
Yeah.
at the hardest venue to play in,
Yeah.
missing half our good players,
Yeah.
our top players. And we beat them on possession, beat them on XG, beat them on points, touches in the box.
We outplayed them. Yeah.
We outplayed them. Probably don't deserve to win,
No.
but we're clearly the more aggressive team.
Which is what they asked for. Yeah.
And they said they're being too cautious.
Yeah.
They didn't deserve to win.
Yeah.
So if we were cautious, what did Liverpool do?
Yeah.
Because I know they won, but they had less touches in the box, less possession, less chances.
Let's score a worldie. Yeah.
And they scored a worldie. And do you know what they said? When teams aren't good, when champions aren't playing well, they win games.
It's gaslighting us.
And they said possession don't win you games. And we went, oh damn it. So then we play the Forest, no real discourse, just we won.
Yeah.
And then we have a big game against Man City. Before the game, Arsenal have to win this.
Yeah.
Because they're the top team. And I went, yeah, I agree. We're a better team now. And if we want to win the league, we need to win this.
Yeah.
I totally agree. We then score the last minute winner.
Mm.
And they go, they're not good enough.
Yeah.
What City did tonight was genius.
Yeah.
They parked the bus and they did a defensive masterclass. All right, let's record the record. And we'll rewind to last year.
Yeah.
10 men, 55 minutes at the Etihad. They've got no personality. They tried to draw.
Yeah. They didn't come here and try and beat us.
They didn't try and beat us. They tried to draw.
Yeah.
They sat behind the ball because we had 10 men.
Yeah.
And, by the way, 10 injuries at that point already.
Yeah.
Fast forward. Biggest club in the world, just cheated for 115 charges, spent more money than anyone else. Come to the Emirates and they sit in the box and get a draw.
Yeah.
That's what champions do, they said afterwards. They got a result at the Emirates. I know it's a bit disappointing to concede at the end. And I sat there and I just watched, and you could watch them all in a row and go, what? What? When are we, like... You know, I think last year we did this and we beat City 5-1.
Yeah.
And do you remember what the discourse was? Lewis Skelly's disrespectful. They're too wrapped up in emotions. That's what's going to make them lose the league. We just beat the champions 5-1.
What can we do that they're ever going to just accept?
Nothing. I've come to the conclusion, and anyone out there that is not an Arsenal fan that's listening to it, because every Arsenal fan feels the same, and they're going, oh God, they really think they're hard done by. The proof's in the eating.
Yeah.
It's not in the pudding.
No.
Go and watch all those. Watch the post-match of every game.
Yeah.
And do you know what the worst part is? People say just don't watch the post-match. I agree. But do you know what I hear on my WhatsApp? People that have watched the post-match.
Yeah.
And do you know what you see online? People that watch post-match.
I've also heard other Arsenal fans who watch the post-match have the same opinions. Yeah.
And you go, no, your eyes don't deceive you.
Yeah.
We just forced Pep Guardiola into his lowest possession ever.
Yeah.
It almost felt like they had 10 men.
Yeah.
They didn't.
Yeah, we made them protect a 1-0 win.
They created 2 chances in the game, 2 major chances.
Yeah.
One of them was our own. We nearly kicked it in our own goal. We win the game late.
Yeah.
We draw the game late. That would be the big mentality issue that they have with Arsenal. We think we've won that. We don't think we've won it. Like I said at the start, we're disappointed.
We won the half.
Yeah, when we 100% agree that we should have been more aggressive from the get-go. There was no reason to be. Moreno shouldn't start.
Yeah.
But I don't know how we do anything where it'll be the correct way to do it as an Arsenal fan. Because, like I said, this isn't us. Just go watch it all.
Yeah.
And the knock-on effect of the media doing what they do is refs, players, manager. Arteta is literally talking about it.
Yeah.
In this press conference. Last week, I think they brought up a tweet in a press conference with him to explain tactically how he's doing something wrong. And he then explained how it's not wrong.
Yeah.
And they went, oh, what are we doing? Why are we bringing tweets to a press conference? And that's what I mean. The social media, the media, all that stuff, that's the king.
Yeah.
In the UK.
Yeah.
But it infiltrates refs, players, and we talk about decisions like last year, the decisions. As far as we got red cards for time wasting. And everyone was saying, well, don't time waste. But we were then going, but did you see that in the same game where we got a guy sent off?
Yeah.
Did you see the guy on the booking it just booted away so we couldn't take a free kick?
Yeah.
He didn't get booked, did he? No, yeah, but that's just Arsenal moaning. No, I'm just saying. We had to play half a game because our guy touched the ball and kicked the ball away.
Yeah.
Then 5 minutes later, their guy on a booking just did the same and they didn't send him off. Could you explain that to me? And they go, just Arsenal fans complaining.
Yeah.
That's not an argument. I'm just saying, could you show us?
Yeah.
Fast forward. I called out Gary Neville a couple of weeks ago because when we lost to Liverpool and there was glum faces, they said, over the last few years, there's been a lot of glum faces because they lose these big games against these clubs.
Yeah.
In the last 3 years, we haven't lost to a big club until we lost to Liverpool.
Yeah.
So
they're even making it up.
That's just a made-up narrative. from 10 years ago. Here's the new one. Donnarumma was wasting time from about the 15th, 20th minute.
Yeah.
Arsenal fans, me personally, we don't have an issue with people time wasting.
Yeah.
It's part of the game. We do it. Because apparently we're Dark Arts FC.
Oh, the Dark
we're
Arts
the only
fine,
teams that do it.
Yeah.
The only reason we did it, by the way, was because Newcastle did it to us so badly a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
It's like we kept conceding from set pieces. So what do we do? Got really good at set pieces. Now that's an issue.
Yeah. Well, like, it's the same as when the narrative was that Arsenal need to be tougher. And then when we become tougher, we're now performing the Dark Arts.
Yeah, and so Donnarumma's doing that. We're whistling him, as you should, because you should tell him. Here's the stat. The longest he held the ball on for, because the rule is 8 seconds, or you get a corner.
Yeah.
He held it for 21 seconds on one occasion. He held it for 20 seconds on another occasion. The average worked out at 14 seconds per time he had the ball.
Yeah.
The rule is 8 seconds.
Almost double the time.
He never once had the ball for less than 10 seconds.
Jesus.
So he was 2 seconds over at his quickest.
Yeah.
I don't think you're seeing much around the season. We've seen a couple corners given, but not. It's very rarely happening.
They've already backed
They're
off
not
this.
really enforcing
No,
it. So therefore, if they were enforcing it all over the shop and they weren't today, on that day, I'd be disappointed. But they're not really enforcing it. Here's the bigger one. He waited till 80 minutes to book him.
Yeah.
That the rule is you're supposed to give a corner, not booking. So now you're just booking him. So have we just got rid of that one?
And also booking him on 80 minutes does nothing for the whole game.
And the reason Arsenal fans are frustrated, because like he said, Arsenal fans are booing, but I mean, you're the king of the dark arts. Yeah, we're booing because on 30 minutes last year, Raya would get booked for taking slightly too long on a goal kick.
Yeah.
Or Tomiyasu would get sent off for taking slightly long when we're chasing a game.
Yeah.
We weren't time wasting. We weren't time wasting.
Yeah.
Like, you know, he was time wasting from the 30th minute. It's quite clear.
Yeah.
The stats prove it.
Yeah.
He waited till 80 minutes to do anything. The frustration we have is we have players sent off on the 40th minute for doing stuff like that.
It affects the whole game.
It affects the whole game. To give you a bigger idea, 3 years ago we played Man City. Kovacic goes over the ball on Odegaard really bad, and he gets booked. Should be in a red, but he gets booked. 2 minutes later, he does the identical thing. Should be a red.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a second booking.
Yeah.
And he goes to reach for that pocket, and he goes no. And then afterwards, he came out, even though I think we drew that game.
Yeah.
And he said, "I don't want to ruin a big game or a spectacle at the halfway mark." Fast forward 1 year.
Yeah.
They send off Trossard for knocking a ball away.
Yeah.
Their ruling is, if a team can take the ball quick, you have to book him for kicking the ball away.
Yeah.
But if a player is still down,
Yeah.
they can't take it quick.
The game's dead, yeah.
The game's dead. So you can kick the ball away.
Yeah.
He sends him off at the halfway mark and ruins a spectacle.
Yeah.
Even though it's against his own rules.
Yeah, yeah.
Now fast forward one more. At 45 minutes, Trossard gets taken out.
Yep.
And Bernardo Silva throws the ball and it hits him in the head. So Trossard gets up and he throws the ball at already booked Bernardo Silva and hits him in the groin. He falls down.
Yeah.
The ref runs over with his hand in his back pocket to go get the booking.
Yeah.
And he gets to the situation. He realises who's there.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he even saw the Trossard part. He just saw Trossard getting hit.
Yeah.
So he might not even have a thought. He might be running over there to just book Trossard.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you, someone in his ear went, stop. Both of them did it.
Yeah.
So if you're going to do it, you have to do both of them. Bernardo's on a yellow.
Yeah.
That'd be a red card halfway.
Yeah.
And he's gone, let's not ruin the spectacle.
Yeah.
And that's why Gabriel, and they were saying Gabriel needs to get out of his face.
Gabriel's stuck with it.
By the way, Gabriel should have got out of his face. That was awful.
Yeah.
But you can see him saying, book them both.
Yeah, go on then. Do it.
Because you had the booking in your hand.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah.
Because something went in his head and he went, oh my God, I can't.
Yeah.
Because he's on a booking. Now rewind 12 months. What happened? Book him. Second booking. I'm happy to send him off. That's our frustration. Same fixture, same team, almost same players involved in all three.
Yeah, yeah.
Almost.
Yeah.
Bernardo, Kovacic, Odegaard, Trossard. Don't ruin the spectacle. Affected us negatively. Second year, ruin the spectacle. Affected us negatively.
Yeah.
Following year, don't ruin the spectacle. Affected us negatively.
Yeah, yeah.
We're always on the negative end, and this was the issue I had last year with the VAR decisions. Some of the VAR decisions, I kind of went, Rice should be smart not to knock that ball away.
Yeah.
But tell me why the other three Brighton players that did it in the same game on a booking didn't get sent off.
Yeah.
That's our issue. I have no issue with the red card. I have an issue.
Consistency. Yeah.
For example, I know I've gone off on one there. A couple of years ago, we had that Villa decision where the ball went in, but Havertz handballed it.
Yeah.
But it turns out Cash handballed it first, so it should have been a penalty.
Yeah.
What he did was the goal went in, and instead of going, let's check it. If they checked it, they would have left it because the defender handballed it first.
Yeah.
Instead, he blew up and said, it's a foul, handball.
Yeah, took
so
it
then
away.
they checked it, and they went, it's not a the Cash one isn't enough for a penalty, but he handles it first. So I can't change the goal.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he went, and then afterwards they said, we're sorry, if we just let that play, that was a goal.
Yeah. Which is what
By the way, that point would have won us the league.
Yeah.
Then last year, against Liverpool at home at 2-2, Havertz scores. Moreno, I think it was Kiwior, goes up for a big header. The ref watches it. It rolls through. Havertz goes over the keeper. He's got an open goal. He's about to tap it in. And as he hits it, he blows up as the ball is crossing the line.
Yeah.
And goes, foul. They then check it and they go, there's no foul. But we can't give the goal now because I blew up before it went in. And then afterwards they go, we're really sorry. If we'd let that run, cool.
Yeah.
Let's remember the Newcastle game when the ball goes out. He let it completely play out and went, VAR will sort it. And they went, if you'd given a foul on the field, we wouldn't have overturned it.
Yeah.
But we said, because you let it flow, there's not enough proof. So we're always on the negative end of these things, and that's the frustration as an Arsenal fan. So that's my rant. That rant's over. We drew 1-1.
I'm glad you said all that.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I think that's been stuck in me.
Yeah.
That's stuck in my craw.
It needed to be said, because there is a clear double standard. I know it sounds like conspiracy theories, but when you watch so many games over multiple seasons and so many things go certain ways, there is definitely something to it. It can't be that we're making it up. And obviously we've all talked about the Liverpool situation where decisions do go their way. It's like a higher power wants them to be the working man's winner.
Yeah, I think Grealish would like this podcast.
That's what I was going to bring up. Is Grealish is now mentioning it. So if the players are picking up on it,
I think that's a big one,
and saying it,
I wonder if they get charged, because Moyes said the similar thing where he said, "I've never seen times given like that."
Yeah.
That way around, if you know what I mean. Like,
yeah.
When teams need something. I'll say this. I think the time thing is a bit of a conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
It feels right, because I even said last week when they needed a goal, this will be 5 minutes. They then scored a late minute goal in that 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Then this game, I sat with my dad and I went, that'll be under 4 minutes. And I know nothing's under 4 minutes. That'll be under 4 minutes. It was 3 minutes. And I was like, you can call it. But also, when Arsenal did a goal at Anfield, it was 11 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a conspiracy.
Yeah.
The only other ones, though, like, in there, he booked a guy for taking a quick free kick.
Yeah.
Their whole thing is we don't want anyone delaying a game. They literally sent our players off for delaying games.
Yeah.
They tried to do the opposite of delaying a game and speed a game up, and he booked him.
And when has that ever happened?
And it's annoying when even the ref goes, wait for my whistle.
Yeah.
To book him.
Yeah.
Is crazy.
Yeah, that's never happened.
No, it's never happened. And that's the big kind of issue. And ever since the David Coote stuff happened, Liverpool have been getting some very strange, not giant decisions.
No, just little ones. Little
ones. They add up. Little ones add up. It was early in that Man City game I noticed it. A couple of times where the ball squirted out between two players. He gave it to City.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh no.
Even though all the players on the field knew what
even the City players were running in the opposite direction, like, I need to defend that.
Yeah.
And they went, oh, okay, we'll have it.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, how are we doing that at home?
Yeah.
Because that goes back to what I said about the Man United game at Old Trafford. Little decisions were going their way the whole game.
Yeah.
We touch them, they go down, book in. They go through us, play on.
Yeah.
That's home field advantage. I have no issue with that.
Yeah.
The refs kind of get pulled away by the crowd.
Yeah, there should be a
problem
pressure.
is, when Arsenal, we did it, it doesn't seem to
There's
work.
no pressure.
And I don't know if that's an us issue more than them. It shouldn't be like that at all, really.
Yeah.
But I wish our crowd would have that feeling. And I'm hoping over time it does maybe, some nice favour goes Arsenal's way. And that's why Arteta's not saying anything anymore about the refs. I said, what did I say last year? Next year, Unai Emery and Villa are going to struggle.
Yeah.
They're going to struggle with lots of weird decisions in games.
Yeah.
Because Unai Emery did what Arteta did, and he called them out for bad decisions.
Yeah, which it shouldn't be like that.
And this year, who would you say has reaped the worst negatives? Villa.
Yeah.
And Villa have scored 1 goal in 5 games.
Yeah.
And they've got 3 points.
But I think you say that about the home field advantage and the crowd and the fear of the refs to the crowd. I think with us, it is a case of the narrative of Arsenal fans, if you're not an Arsenal fan, is Arsenal fans are annoying.
Yeah.
So I think the refs are also picking up on that. So when they go to the Emirates, they just see it when we complain in the crowd as, they're just annoying. Whereas if they go to Anfield or Old Trafford, there's more of a fear because the fans aren't considered annoying. So the narrative of us Arsenal fans being annoying is now carrying on to the refs.
That's what I'm saying. It's a circular thing of... Yeah. It leaks into everyone's brains. Our own fans, other fans, refs, players alike. Everyone's seeing this because it's so viral.
Yeah.
They do it because they know it goes viral.
Yeah.
And they do it to Arsenal because it goes mega viral because Arsenal fans are we're crazy.
Yeah.
But we've been made crazy.
Yeah.
We're a mixture of already crazy and then they've kind of also made us crazy. But the reaction we give is also why they keep doing it. And that's why Roy Keane goes, do you know what would be funny is if I just contradict myself about Arsenal.
Yeah.
Because one, it will go viral. Same reason when I put a TikTok about Jamie Carragher.
Yeah.
I know it's going to go viral.
Yeah.
It's clickbait.
Yeah.
I'm doing it.
Yeah.
They're doing it. Now we're all doing it. And that is the secular nature of it all. And you got to kind of not feed it. So you got to do things to you don't want Arteta to rise to it. You don't want us to give them a reason to send us off.
Yeah.
You've got to not lose to Port Vale.
Yeah.
You need to do all these things.
You rise above it.
Yeah. And because no doubt, by the way, if we'd lost that City game and as it had started, they would have said, why didn't they play Marino?
Yeah.
Because they were too open and he's in form.
Yeah. You're always wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Unless your decision works every time.
Yeah.
So we got Port Vale tonight. Hopefully that will be a nice solid performance, I hope. The Man City game, I think we'll draw a line under that. We're definitely the better team. We've got 10 points. I think at the start of the season, by the end of the 6th game, we said if we had over 11, we'd be happy.
Yeah.
If we had under 10, we'd be unhappy.
Yeah.
We're at 10.
Yeah.
So we're kind of in that middle. If we lose to Newcastle, we're kind of slightly above our worst, but slightly underneath what we wanted.
Yeah, which is fine.
Which isn't the worst, but I think a win at Newcastle is so important.
Yeah.
This weekend. I might actually do a second pod this week because we've hardly previewed this. So I might preview the Newcastle game separately because there's no Miller Monday this week. So I might do a preview so you can have a little preview later on in the week before that game. That's an important one. And then we're back in the Champions League against Olympiacos at home, I believe. I've been trying to keep this open the whole podcast so I can say this. Olympiacos at home.
Yeah.
8 o'clock next Wednesday. So we'll have a podcast before then. Hopefully at that point we've beaten Newcastle.
Yeah.
At that point we'll be on 13 points. We'll be extremely happy with that return after
that'd be great.
An awful six fixtures.
If the only loss is Liverpool away, then we're fine.
And 6 injuries in 5 games.
Yeah, and we're still fine.
It is not ideal either. So hopefully we can keep pushing on. We've got some of the worst fixtures of the whole season out of the way as of this time next week. So, and also in amongst there, if we can go for in the Carabao Cup, win a couple back-to-back Champions League games.
Yeah.
And then beat West Ham, go away to that international break, I think we'd feel a lot better.
Oh, yeah.
So hopefully I'll get a preview done this week as well. Just a quick maybe 20, 30 minute to talk about that game coming up. And please go over to iTunes, Spotify, check us out. 5-star review, go to Gunners Are Us on TikTok. And also check us out, Popcorn Sports Cards on Whatnot and anywhere else really. Just search it on YouTube, things like that. We do daily rips. We're looking for a 1-of-1 in a blaster. So check that out. Use our TBA wrestling code on SeatGeek for $20 off your first purchase. And we'll be back next week, and I might be back before then. So we'll see you then. Bye.
Bye.